Nouns are words which describe persons or things. So, for example, woman, door, house, but also air or feeling. These are nouns. And in Norwegian, nouns have a gender. Every noun has a gender. It is either female, male, or neutral. Now, this sounds strange for you if you have English as your first language, because in English you say just a boy, a door, a house, a woman, whereas in Norwegian you have a difference. You say en gutt for a boy, but you say ei dør for a door, and you say et hus for a house. The unfortunate thing is that there is no system behind the distribution of these genders, so we must learn them by heart. With every noun, we must learn the gender. So don't learn just boy, gutt, but learn boy, en gutt, door, ei dør, house, et hus. So for this little in English, we have three translations in Norwegian: en, ei, and et, depending on the gender of the noun. These little words, en, ei, et, are called articles. Or to be more precise, these are the so-called non-definite articles. Now, what does that mean? When we use the article together with a noun, so for example, en gutt or a boy, then when we say a boy, we just mean any boy. We haven't talked about him before. Let's say, for example, a boy is standing in the street. Then this means any boy. We haven't talked about him yet. But when we say, in contrast to this, the boy is smoking a cigarette, then this the is the so-called definite article, because now we are talking about a boy we have mentioned before, the boy who is standing in the street. So how do we translate the word the into Norwegian? And actually we don't have a word for the in Norwegian, but it is put at the end of a noun as a part of this word. Look here, the boy becomes gutten, the door, døra, and the house, huset. Notice the pronunciation here, huset, we don't pronounce the T at the end. Now, as you might have noticed, the ending of the word depends on the gender of the noun. If it's a male noun, like gutt, then the ending will be en, gutten. If it's a female noun, it will be a, døra. And if it's a neutral noun, it will be et, pronounced as huset. Up to now, we've been talking about nouns in the singular, meaning about a single boy, a single door, a single house, not several boys or doors or houses. Now, how do we make a plural in Norwegian? In English, we have an S, boy, boys, door, doors, house, houses. In Norwegian, we have an ER. Gutt, gutter, dør, dører, vindu, vinduer. Here in the plural, we don't have a difference between the genders. It's always ER. Well, almost always. There is one exception, and these are the words which are neutral and which have only one syllable, like hus. They don't have any ending at all. It's et hus and hus. Well, it's vindu, vinduer. So you see vindu, there's two syllables, normal ending, while hus, just one syllable, no ending in the plural, if it's a neutral word. Remember, see for example, gutt, it has only one syllable, but it's male, so it will be gutter. Now, let's make this table complete. There's one thing still missing. As in the singular, we have a non-definite and a definite form, also in the plural. Non-definite form meaning that, for example, boys, doors, any doors, we haven't talked about them before, while the definite form is the boys, the doors, the houses. And how do we translate this the again? Well, as in the singular, this is an ending of the word, but here in the plural we don't have any difference between the genders, so this the in the plural is translated by ene, guttene, dørene, husene, vinduene. If you manage to learn this table, you have learned very much about the Norwegian language. Remember that for every noun, you have to learn the gender. If it's en or a or et, there's no sense in the distribution and no logic. But when you know the gender a certain noun has, then you know how to make the definite form and how to make the plural according to this system.